Welcome everybody, I hope you guys are having an awesome day and welcome to today's flight. Today we're going to do a full flight in the beautiful PMDG 777-200ER. Going to do a full flight from Old Washington Dual, so we are currently all the way over to Amsterdam Schiphol. Flight time 7 hours, aircraft cold and dark, so let's get warmed up and ready for departure. Cockpit is currently cold and dark as you can see, so let's step in the captain seat, overhead panel, so battery select on. Go over to the EFB and let's get the ground power connected. So GPUs connected and powering. Cabin utilities select on. ADIRU on. Seatbelt signs to armed. Voice recorder to automatic. On. Emergency light select arm. Separate phone select off. Window heat select on. Roller pumps all off. Master brightness on to maximum. Fire test. Good. Wrong button. So, this lighting up, correct. Oh yes, I will close the doors for GSX. And let's request boarding. So, fire test good, engine auto start mode check, engine ECC mode check, fuel jettison, disarm and off, fuel pumps all select off, lights, navigation logo light select on. Air conditioning check, and let's close you and close you. So packs on, bleeds on, isolation valves all automatic, pressurization automatic, and everything else good. Going to the first officer panel. So frequency 134.425 correct, Unicom is check, and guard frequency is set. Crap. Alright, listening on frequency, squawk. Got that on the PDC. So, roger that. So, squawk 2401. Confirm. Transponder to standby mode. Everything else great. Check. Alright, FMC. Before we do that, let's go to the position tab and let's get the aircraft from SimBrief. Alright. Route has been set, departure. So let me check. So we're going to need the
runway
departure.
Awareness. Okay. Meters.
For the ground, we're going to need the departure from job key. Let's see, where are you? Aha. Wrong page. So Jacoby 4 on up departure. Airport chart. Let's get the taxi routes. Sorry. Where are you? Ah, there we are. Check. Reference. Nothing here. Arrival we can fix later. So, departure. Jacoby 4. And then vector out and then yes. So, FMC position in it. So, we're currently at Kilo, India, Alpha Delta. Gate. Let me quickly sweep in here. Bravo 6. 63, and let's go with 51. Alright, put that in there, and let's see. Route request, so SimBrief, select route. And I forgot to change something to aircraft display, and then over to kilograms, because I cannot read pounds. Well, that is implementing. Let's go to weight and balance. So, precise loading. And let us see. So, for fuel. Alright, imported from SimBrief. 64860. Check fuel level. 47. Great. Cargo is good. So, go to the bottom page. So, takeoff weight 235.809. Correct. Zero fuel weight, check. Landing weight in operational, that's okay. And let's see. Everything else correct. 234, yes, that's taxi fuel. So, great. Load the route. Alright, uplinks are all ready. So, alternate request, and weather request. Activate, check. Alternate, accept. Yes. So, pre-flight initialization page, 0 fuel weight, 170.9. Good for me. And let's see. Initial flight level 410 is not correct. Initial climb, flight level 370. Yes, I will fix that. 370. And then eventually we're going to end up at flight level 390. So, good for me. Alright. Performance page. Import. Let me just quickly check the runway we are departing from. Alright, 01 right. Weights. It is correct. And let's calculate. So, flaps 5, TO2 42. U42. 92.5. Good for me. Flaps 5. Center of gravity 28.9. Yes, close enough for me. So, let's quickly get the winds. And and let's see, flight information, 80s request, Kilo in the Alpha Delta, source, VATSIM, terminate, send. Sent, so now we just have to wait until we get the 80s information. We get some drinks. Alright, while we wait for that, auto brake, RTO, APU to start, fuel pumps automatically on, anti-ice can stay. Automatic mode for now. Initial climb, no way to see us online, so let's just set you right up to straight place. Oh. Let's set you straight up to flight level 3470. Departure heading will be, what's it, 04 charts. Right, heading 0011. Great. L and VNAV. Sorry, flight directors have to come on before we do that. L and VNAV both armed. Range set to 40 on both sides. And that took a long time, so let me just... Alright, so winds 320 at 09. I have them on my side, but... And temperature 18 degrees Celsius. Takeoff weight 234.3. And let's put you back to center display, and let's get you to the status page. Alright. No reference speeds. Alright, let's do this manually. Performance tool. So, V149.55, sorry, 149, 152, 155, and VRFL 147. Set you down to 55 knots. Departure 01 right via D. What's it again? D. Job key 4 via D. Let's quickly get the transition. Swan transition. Yes, good for me. Departure, everything else will be great. Altimeter not used, so 30.5. 30.5 on all displays. Check. And everything else looking great. Talk to you guys when you're ready for pushback. Aircraft is almost fully boarded, so let's start from the top. So, external power, disconnect. Right engine hydraulic pump, select automatic and pressurized. Left engine, automatic and pressurized. Both electrics on and on. So, all fuel pumps, or wing fuel pumps on, center tank. Let's see, we have 7.8, so let's turn those on as well. Packs can stay as is. Let's go to the EFB. Sorry, ground operations. Ground connection. Release the ground. Release the GPU. Park brake is set. So we can disconnect the chocks. Doors. Release the next one, and we should be almost fully boarded. We are at last passenger, so let's call for pushback. And let's see. So I might as well brief for our departure. So let's go to you. Alright, so departure is as is. We are going to there we are. So going to take off, fly straight out, and hit 3,000 feet. Turn into our Jacobi. Follow the departure all the way to Sochi, and then straight out. There's altitude 80,000 feet as per standard in the US. Climb 3,000 feet, airport elevation, great. Minimums should be great. Cargo doors, I will fix you very quickly. And let's see. Facing, let's quickly get the runway bearing. So we are going to take to the. So let's see, we are pointing south. Facing east. Alright. Setting you to engine page. Parking brake off. Alright, we are now in the GE. So, engine number 2 started up first. The start is enabled, so let's just add the fuel. Thought I removed the hand, but okay. Alright, engine spinning. Startup should be fairly quick. Starting engine number 1. And let's add the fuel since engines are auto start mode. Alright, let's get the FMC setting you to VNAV, and I forgot to set the fix, so Kilo Indy Alpha Delta. And let's see, how far out was it? Guessing 10 heading 011/5. Alright, 50 miles straight out of departure and then continue. So both engines are successfully started. So let's take you over to the flight. Alright, parking brake set, flight controls page is open. This has been opened. So trim, let me see, 4.5, so let me set you correctly. So 4, 425, and then 450, yes. Flaps 5. Set. So, flight control check. So, full left, full right, full up, full down, rudder left, rudder right, flight control very good and free. Alright, checklist page, I have forgotten to do that, so let's override the pre-flight. Right, starting you again, before start, override. Alright, before taxi at the ice, not needed, recall. TCAS, that's okay, flight control checks, ground equipment is now clear. Before takeoff checklist can wait. Alright, he is moving away and he is currently standing there, so no overhead panel, no, sorry, no lights needed for now. And we have the square wheel tug. Alright, by ground equipment is disconnected and clear, TCAS can stay as is. No slide to taxi. And we are currently on CTAF, so no need for Unicom. Parking brake, select off, thrust, increased, and we are moving. Ordering traffic, KLM 652, lining up to
Approaching
right.
0, 1, right.
Alright, so transponder, select to the on position. Strobe lights and takeoff turn off lights or beacon lights have to come on. So all lights are currently on. Runway 01 confirmed by BRAS.
On runway 0, 1, right.
Confirm. Brake. Thrust idle. So, initial V2 155 initial heading 11011. Initial time flight level 370. So, thrust. %, both sides stable, clock, and toggle buttons.
Airspeed's alive.
Check. Watching traffic, KLM 652 taking off from runway 01 right.
80 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate. V2. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Rudder neutral. $500 feet. $1,500 feet. Alright, 2,500 feet, autopilot, select on. APU, select off. Heading. Sorry, you should be in heading mode. Alright, flaps up. Auto brake mode is currently disarmed. Climb thrust is set. Climb out is good. Do not know what that was, but okay. Okay. Flaps is currently up. Check. So, nose lights all off since not needed anymore. Anti-ice can stay automatic. Seatbelt signs, everything else stay. So, flaps up, engines are great. 5,000 feet, climb out is good. They will soon go to temperature turn in. Washington traffic, KLM 652, clear off runway 01 right, Washington traffic. Alright, so let's should be some turnout. Alright, legs. And then straight to the first waypoint. LNAV on. And you are good. $7,000 feet. Alright, we can now stop the clock. Alright, 3 minutes on takeoff power. Good for me. Engines are stable. Nothing wrong. Let's do a quick check. All quantity, temperature, everything else. Great, and great. Blank you out. Alright, let's see, 9,000 feet. Landing light select off. As soon as we're 10,000 feet, that there should be a speedbird more or less straight behind us. Yeah, probably can't see him. Alright, 10,000 feet, passenger signs off and auto. Alright, climate is great. Continue the monitoring, so see when we are descending into Schiphol. For you it will be 2 minutes, for me it will be about an hour since you're going to use increased steam rate. Close to the top of the descent, so let's do the performance calculation for our landing. So dispatch 06. Sorry about that. Alright, so we can land between 10,000 feet, more than enough, landing en route. So aircraft weight 190 tons, that's good enough for me. So let's change it to U. If auto brake is select to 2, give that to be much better. Reversers all operational, no normal collision, none. So, aircraft 137. Alright, 30/137. That is going to be our final landing speed. Yes, QNH 1020. 1020, and then let's see. Let's get our chart ready for the arrival. So EFB, chart page, pinned. So I can remove you and you. Search, arrival, view file, check. Alright. We are inbound the Lamso arrival, so 2B. For approach, runway, reduce 06. So 06, so you and you. And then for airport, let's see, airport briefing. Airport there. And parking stands. So pinned, standard terminal arrival. Zoom in. Alright, so Lamso flight level 230. 230 is set. 27 miles out. Approach. ILS localizer 06. We are inbound the Sug 1B, so we're just going to go straight in. Done. No, nothing more, nothing less. And let's see, minimums 189 feet above the sea level. So 200 feet. $189 set. Smoking signs can stay as is. Auto brakes like to. We'll get the seatbelt signs on in a short while. Aircraft looking great. Right, so I'll go do it approach. $11,500 feet. Passing through 11,000 feet. Aircraft is good. So, seatbelt signs on. Landing light select on. Rest will stay off until we are in the final approach course. We have about 40-ish nautical miles out, I'm guessing. Send to flight level 70. And since we're coming straight in, next flight level to 4,000, sorry, not 2,000 feet, 4,000 feet. Okay, we are now slowing down, so let's give it some speed brake to help us reduce the speed. We have hit some turbulence. For the winds at Skiffle ground. Let's see, no towers online, so we are going to a full Unicom landing. Surprisingly quiet for 122.8. Yes, I am connected. Alright, speed brake down. Alright, the runways are already coming into view more and more for each mile we come, so we should be able to see, maybe not see, but closing in. 6 hours and 53 minutes in the air. So, overhead panel. Battery are great, roll pumps, all gas, fuel pumps, not required for an. So the tanks are empty. And let's just take off the fuel page. Yes. 20 tons left, should be more than enough for our approach. Right, checklist. Right, descent, recall. Nothing new. Notes have been checked. Auto brake, select to 2 for landing. Landing data 137 at 30. VRF 137, flaps 30, minimum is 189. Check. Approach briefing. I conducted myself. Approach checklist altimeter 777-200 is great. We'll have to wait, since we are not at transit altitude and have not set that yet.
Equal traffic with London 8, establish 906, 7.5 miles an hour.
Let us now see. So, where are you? 3,000 feet. Yes, alright, 26 miles out. Guessing you have about 30 track miles to go. Alright, cabin is ready for landing. Both engines looking great, wings looking even better, clouds great, visibility for landing. It's going to be 10 kilometers or greater, so there's just a cloud layer at 2,800 feet, which we're going to pass through about here, I'm guessing. Schiphol traffic, KLM 652, 23 miles out, runway 06. Right to left, so. So, no controllers still online. Unusual for Schiphol, but can't do anything about it. Alright, so fix, next page, so skip all. So let's see, we are at core 056, so 056, 5. So we should now have our distance rings, yes. Right, range can be reduced. So, 10 miles mark, we have to be at flaps configuration 5 minimum speed 200 knots. And then at 5 miles, we have to be full configured for landing, gear down, trigger in, flaps 30, speed at 137 knots. And then at 4 miles, which is roughly 1,000 feet, we will do the final checks. And then most likely do a manual landing onto Schiphol, runway 06. Weather and traffic. Alright, 30 miles out, speed to 220 knots. Have to start bringing the speed down so we do not fly into him or whoever that in that case. Right, back to VNAV, 4,000 feet. Setting 2,000 feet for our final altitude. After that, if not, if you haven't captured ILS, go around. Then attempt number 2.
Traffic is now in fact to create flowers, V1, Triple traffic, United 908 on the localizer, runway 06.
Alright, let's push you. We are now on altimeter setting. So, winds should be great. Yes. Too late for that now, but better late than never.
Traffic KLM 69, go taxi, Golf 136, Alpha to the south.
Alright, so we have now the latest winds in our system. Flaps 1 and flaps 5. Alright, we're catching up, so speed 200 knots. Alright, mission confirmation. Slats are extended. Flaps. Good.
Triple traffic, United 908, 5 mile final, runway 06.
Right, we are 5 miles behind them, so we might have to reduce our speed to 180 knots. So, approach mode. Armed. Right, reducing speed to 180 knots, just so we do not fly into his rear end. Right, approach mode is armed, speed 180 knots, heading 056. Nose lights all on. 10 miles, gear down. Skipple traffic, KLM 652, 9 miles out, 06. Right, flaps 20. Sorry, 15. Alright, we should be passing through the cloud layer and we should be having airport check. Right, airport should be coming into sight. And airport in sight, runway in sight. United looks like it's almost landing. Speed is 160 knots. $25. And flaps full. Speed brake armed. So, configuration for now. Get on, 3 green. Relief. Alright, speed 137 plus 5, so that is 142 knots for landing. So, flaps 30, gears down, 3 green, speed brakes are armed, passenger sides are checked, lights all on for landing. We are great for landings, 1600 feet, airport and runway in sight. 5 miles, we are go for landing. Alright, 1000 feet, manual control, landing aircraft manually, FPS best they have ever been, so we can go for landing. Looks like the United has turned off. Skipple traffic, KLM 652, 3 miles out, 06.
06 vacated.
Alright, autopilot off. Stabilized, go for landing. I have control. Right, drifting a little bit of center.
Approaching 06.
Confirm. From defeat, switching view. Check is incomplete, but I know what I'm doing, so you can just ignore that.
Approaching minimums.
Right, a little bit low.
Minimums.
Continue. Try to keep the nose down.
100.
Good.
50.
Just idle, I have control.
30. 20. 10.
On the ground. Just reverses deployed. Alright, manual braking.
Traffic KLM 69 Echo at Whiskey 5 crossing runway 36 center, and we continue to with 4.
Turn off here. So, flaps up, speed brake, down and disarm. Brake, brake, brake. Nose light, select off, turn off lights, not needed on the ground. Strobe light can come off, wing inspection light can come off. Skip traffic, KLM 652, clear from 06. APU, select to the start. Right, flaps up, speed brake down, engines are great. Flight directors, both select off, auto thrust. Both off, caution can be disregarded. GSX, so let's see, we are going to tax 2. Give it a couple of seconds. And then it's going to be going to gate. And let's go with Golf. Golf 9. Good enough for me. Let's see, everything else can stay as is. Auto brake to off. And closing in, so let's take the
KLM 5 with Charlie landing up 136 left.
taxi lights off, and we are going to turn into gate Golf 9. So let's see, APU is confirmed to be running, so we can expect engines to be turned straight off after we have arrived at our gate. Okay, we should be lining up. Right, you want me to turn that way. Right, 10 meters. Right, parking brake, select on. Engines are great, so let's turn both of them off. So, wrong button. Over that panel. So, beacon light can stay on. Seatbelt signs off. Fuel pumps all off. Trolley pumps off. Give it a second, and let's get the jetway, and then the boarding. So, trolley pumps all off. Packs can stay as is. Right, so let's see. Packs off, generators all off, engine can stay as is, fuel window heat can stay on. Big light select off, anti-ice select off, lights are all selected off except for navigation logo light, that's expected. transponder be selected off. And something I forgot to do. Weather and terrain radar select off. And lastly, clock stopped. 7 hours, 30 minutes. Not bad. Welcome to Amsterdam, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the flight. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my channel page for more videos, check out my playlist if you want to binge on my videos. Other than that, see you next video. Fly away out, have a awesome day, and goodbye.